In last class, which topic we have seen? Namespace and services. Have you practiced those? Got the output of services? Service level. Any doubts on services after practicing? No? Okay. So in today's session, I'm going to tell you about, we have two options. First thing is I can tell Prometheus and some additional topics on Kubernetes today. Second thing is we can start AWS. Which one you want me to start? Prometheus, can we start? Sure. Okay, then fine. Yeah, please. So basically, guys, like for monitoring, basically, I given the syllabus of Nagios. Okay. So, but in the class, we are not going to discuss about Nagios. I'm going to teach you more advanced than Nagios. Prometheus. You all know like how big the Prometheus is. But I'm going to teach you. So basically, till now, we've seen every phase of the DevOps. Planning, coding, building, testing, release, deploy, operate, everything we have seen. The pending one is monitoring. What is the pending one? For example, like let's consider your server is having some 1000 users daily. For example, your server has the capability of 1000 users per daily. For example, unfortunately, 10,000 users came. Server is going to crash or not, sir? For that purpose only, we implemented load balancer, correct or not? But sir, whenever your server performance is decreasing, or if any service is not working in your server, we need to get the alerts or not. Basically, in real time, what happened, you know? You have one server running. We have one server running. That server is suddenly stopped now. You don't know. You are sleeping at that time. Or for example, you are on some other work. Server is not working. You don't know that one. So then what you are going to do? Of course, like there are some other teammates who is going to work 24/7. For example, they are also on their break. In that case, what happened? You know, we will get one alert message for our mobiles. Your so-and-so server is stopped. Why it is stopped? Due to load increase, due to disk space less. All of these factors comes into it. Okay. To monitor our servers, we are going to use the concept called Prometheus and Grafana. Prometheus is to show the metrics. Grafana is to visualize the dashboard of Prometheus. Concept clear now? So let's create an EC2 instance. Like I'm going to take Amazon Linux server here. But before that, let me go to the theoretical part here of Prometheus and Grafana. And you know, like here we need to install Prometheus, Grafana, and Node Exporter. You know how much time it will take to install all of them? 2 minutes, 15 seconds. How many seconds? 15 seconds is maximum enough to set up all of this. Why? Because I have some customized scripts, which I prepared for my own. Okay. If you use my customized scripts, within 50 minutes, entire thing is going to set up. But before going for practical, you need to have some theoretical concept on your brain. So first of all, I'll go with theoretical part. Then we can implement that into practical. Canva. So go for projects and here type Kubernetes. A8S. Part 2. Kubernetes part 2 here. So here you can see something about Prometheus. Guys, listen to the concept here carefully. It is going to be like a theory. Basically, this much of theory is not required, but I'll tell just to understand like what is what. So basically, Prometheus is an open source monitoring system that is especially well suited for the Kubernetes clusters actually. Of course, you have still a lot of tools, but Prometheus is basically the best option to monitor the Kubernetes clusters. It can monitor the performance of your application and services. You have the server, inside the server, you have application and service or not, sir? It can monitor all service. For example, Jenkins service, Docker service. We have these services, right? These services along with the applications also we are going to monitor with the help of Prometheus. It will send an alert if there is any issue. For example, this service is not working. For example, sir, Apache is not working on my server. I don't know it is not working. Users are going to face issue or not, sir? To overcome these kind of things, we are going to use Prometheus. For example, if particular service is stopped, it is going to send a message for me. DevOps engineer, in so-and-so server, HTTP got stopped. If HTTP is got stopped, how can I see the application, sir? If there is no HTTP, that means web server is no. How can I see the web application there? Issue or not? So these kind of issues we are going to get from the Prometheus. Next, Prometheus use a powerful query language. For example, if you talk about MySQL, in MySQL, what we use? Language. SQL language. Which language you use for MySQL? SQL language only, right? SQL means sequential structure. Okay, whatever it can be. So here, whatever here I'm going to tell you is, forget about the all query languages. In Prometheus also we are going to run some queries. The query language here we are going to use is M query language. Like I'll tell you what is the query language here later, not now. Next, it will pull the real-time metrics. Metrics means whatever the events happen inside. For example, my server has CPU, my server has memory. All this comes under metrics only. This metrics is going to given by the Prometheus. For example, I have one server. Inside the server, I have so and so metrics. All these metrics are going to given by Prometheus itself. Next, and it is going to store on like database actually. Prometheus is a standalone system, but it can also be used in conjugation with other tools like Alert Manager to send alerts. That means Prometheus is a basically standalone application. But if you want to integrate this with any other tool, you can integrate. For example, there are some integration tools. There is something called as PagerDuty. You know PagerDuty? Slack. Like these things are going to send an alerts for you. I'll tell like what is going to send for you. If you go and see now, are you seeing here PagerDuty? Email, etc. All these are going to send an alerts for us. For example, Slack is it for communication in organization. Mail is also for communication only. PagerDuty is also for communication. For example, if so and so server stopped responding, it might be PagerDuty, it might be email, or it might be Slack. One of these are going to send me an alert message. So and so worker is not working properly. Okay, like that. And Prometheus uses PromQL language as per we said here. It can be integrated with PagerDuty to send alerts to the appropriate on-call person. It collects and it also rich in set of integration with other tools. For example, your Prometheus is to monitoring the health of your Kubernetes cluster and Grafana is to visualize. That means, guys, Prometheus is going to collect the server information. It will collect the server information, but if you want to visualize, we need to use Grafana. What we need to use? Simply one word about Prometheus. Prometheus is an open source tool which is used to collect the metrics of my server. What Prometheus is going to collect? How it is going to select means Prometheus uses a very powerful query language. That is what you can call as PromQL. Which one? Whatever the data you collect from the Prometheus, it is going to store on the database, Prometheus database. And if you want to see the data, we are going to use one more tool called Grafana. Some people will call it as Grafana or even some people call it as Grafana. Okay. The exact name is Grafana only. It's not Grafana, it's Grafana. Like that. Coming to the components of Prometheus. So Prometheus having one main server. So this is going to store the data actually. And here data we are going to store on series of time based. For minute to minute, for second to second, we are going to store the data. And Prometheus query language is called as PromQL. Set of exporters that are used to collect the metrics. Basically, there is a component called node exporter. Node exporter is going to bring the data from Prometheus actually. Set of alerting rules to trigger the notification and alert manager that handle the routing and separation of alerts. Here I'll explain the architecture. You will get the complete information. For example, here, sir, it is my Prometheus server. What it is? It is my worker node. From the worker node, I am getting the details here. Okay. So whenever I am getting the details from the worker nodes, for example, if so and so service is not running, here immediately I am going to set one alert manager. This alert manager is going to send alerts for the different integrated tools. You can send alerts through PagerDuty. You can send alerts through email, and you can send alerts through any other third party like Slack, Teams, like that. And here PromQL is nothing but this is the Prometheus query language, which is going to give the data from Prometheus. What is going to do? Data from the Prometheus. And Grafana is to visualize the data like that. So here what exactly I'm going to do is, first of all, if I open one server, guys, Prometheus and Grafana you can set on any server. If you want to set on Ubuntu, you can set on Ubuntu. If you want me to set on Red Hat, you can set on Red Hat. Which one you want? Ubuntu or Red Hat? That means Amazon Linux, right? How many I found on Ubuntu? How many I found on Red Hat? So majority go for Red Hat only. I'll go for Red Hat now. But don't worry, Ubuntu script also I'll give. I'll give both script. If you want Ubuntu, take Ubuntu. If you want Red Hat, take Red Hat. But don't ask me CentOS and Windows. I don't have script for that. Okay. So now, sir, how many seconds it is going to take the setup, sir? Do you really believe in 15 seconds are we going to do it? Do you believe? You believe? Me, yeah? Fine. It's not like that. Like 15 minutes is more than enough. Sorry, 15 seconds, not minutes. So let's create an instance. So I'll tell you like how to do the setup. So here you are going to install 3 tools, not one tool, Prometheus to get the metrics. Node Exporter to take the metrics from Prometheus and to show us. Okay. Grafana to visualize all of the things. Click on launch instance. Here Prometheus. Like let's take Swiggy server or like ABC, whatever it can be. So in Amazon Linux 2, select this one, and T2 macro is fine. T2, yeah, keep here, power ranges. So take all traffic. Guys, extensively here we need to open 3 ports. Port number 1 is 9090 for Prometheus, 9100 for Node Exporter, and 3000 for Grafana. So these are the 3 ports we are going to expose now. Click on launch instance. Kurkure na? This is not my server and not my account also. Kurkure entra. If someone see it, like what this R is giving the names, they are going to online, guys. That's not my account. If you see Yashwant, one of my student account, okay. Previous student. So like here now we are going to set up, but trust me, like this tool you are going to definitely love. Why? Because the dashboard is going to be very, very attractive and very, very informative also. So, but before that, first of all, let me update sudo yum update hyphen y. So, so where to take the scripts from actually? Sir, where we are going to get all of the scripts? All setups. So Raham Sheikh 007 all setups. So here we are like setting this on Red Hat, right? So the script name is called as PGN. Are you seeing this one? Script name is PGN. Why PGN means Prometheus Grafana Node Exporter, right? So I put the shortcut as like, I put my own shortcut. The name is PGN. You also need to use the same script. Seeing this one? Prometheus, Grafana, and Node Exporter. How many lines of script is there, sir? 103 lines for setup. How many lines? Don't worry, 15 seconds is enough. Copy this one and paste it on my server. So sudo hyphen I. Sir, the script name here also I'm giving PGN only. Oh, wait, it's not copied. Array? I tried it. Hatavidhi. Fine. Paste it now. Done. So now what I'm going to do it sh pgn dot. It's done. Don't do anything, just sit and relax. And of course, if your internet is speed, like it is going to be done very speedily. Your internet is not that much of speed, fine. Prometheus done, sir. Now what we are going to set up? Grafana. That is going to come as fail. Ignore that one. Now Grafana is done. Guys, remember, if your internet speed is too good, it is going to be set up very quickly. But here, it is taking some time actually than usual. Node exporter is also going to be done. That's it, sir. Setup is done. How many tools? 3 tools, right? Now you can access this from the web. I'll tell you. First of all, which tool I taught you about? Prometheus, right? The port number for Prometheus is 9090. Public IP address 9090. Seeing the Prometheus here? Even if you want to access, you can take it and you can access also. Public IP address and port number 9090. Are you getting it or not, sir? So this is the way how to set up Prometheus. So the port number is going to be 9000. Here you can run some queries actually. This queries is also going to give the real-time metrics for you. Okay. So if we go and see now, currently click on use local time. Sir, here, for example, I want the metrics of today. What I'm going to do is just click on up. Click on execute. It is going to tell me which servers are up now. Currently, worker node 1 and worker node 2 I have given here. In script I have given, but I haven't added. If you want to add, you can add here. If I give just up, it is going to show how many servers are up and running, sir. Okay. If you open my script here, pgn, cat pgn.sh. If you want to add the worker nodes, the only thing you are going to do is here, have I commented this one? Uncomment this. In your main server, go to etc host, run this one, and here also in worker 1, worker 2, give your IP address. That is enough. Okay, that's the only thing. Next, sir, for example, if I want to see the queries of var, if I go and see now, process virtual memory bytes. Click on this and click on run execute. Am I getting the virtual bytes of the servers or not, sir? Are you seeing the servers here? How many bytes it is? Some so and so bytes. We cannot calculate on like KBs to MBs, right? So let's take it as like 800 MB. So it is for localhost 9090. It is the virtual memory in bytes actually. It is what here? Total number of bytes taken for Prometheus is 8 MB. And total number of metrics weight taken by the node exporter is some 7 MB. Correct or not, sir? Whatever you want, you can run any query. So whatever the query language here we are using is PromQL. Which language it is? And even if you want CPU information, just type CPU here. Are you seeing node CPU total seconds? Or you can see process CPU total seconds. Click on this one. Click on execute. Are you getting the CPU information or not, sir? 0.27 CPU is consumed for my Prometheus metrics. To collect the Prometheus metrics, how much of my CPU is consumed there? And to cover and to cover the node exporter metrics, how much of CPU is consumed? You can monitor all over whatever you want. So not only this, here you have a lot of things to execute here. And even, for example, if you go here, if you click on this, wait, you can go for settings here. You can turn from black to white and white to black. If you like white color, click on the dark mode, unclick on this. If you like dark color, you can put whatever you want. Sir, you don't want today's information, you want yesterday information. Go to here. 1 second. Click on Thursday. For example, in last night, I have some server down issue. If I want to check the metrics, select the last day and run the queries. Basically, just now I set up, right? So I cannot run the last day queries. In real time, whatever queries you want, come to Prometheus, just type whatever you want and click on execute. Every information is getting or not. Is it clear now? So this is the way how Prometheus is going to work. Again, only 4 points about Prometheus. Prometheus is an open source tool used to collect the data from the servers, time series data. Second one, Prometheus uses the query language called PromQL. Which one? Third one, port number of Prometheus is, and whatever the Prometheus is collecting the data, it is going to send alerts with the help of PagerDuty, emails, Slacks, and so on. What is the port number for Prometheus? 9090. Clear now? All in, guys, is the Prometheus clear for all of you? Can you please confirm me on chat once? Why? Because, guys, like it is advanced tool actually, not the basic level of tool. It will take some time to you to understand. Why? Because in real time, like a lot of people are going to migrate from other tools to Prometheus and Grafana. That's the reason in syllabus also I haven't mentioned, but I am teaching you. Why? Because when the market is changing, you need to update, right? That's what I'm teaching you now. And if you click on enable query history, you can get all the queries. For example, we go for alerts. Currently, I'm having any alerts, sir? No, right? So there is no alerts. For example, if there is any alerts, you can say inactive service. It is on pending. Like this, you are going to get some alerts. Status. If you go to targets, target means my servers here. Sir, currently this worker node is done. Basically, I haven't added worker node, but I am telling that so and so is my worker node. Currently, this worker node is on which status now? Down status. And this is on up. It is also down. So this is the way how to check server is running or not. Simply go to status and click on targets. It is going to show all the targets. I already said if you want to add one more target, what you are going to do, go to etc host, give your server IP address. Okay, like that. So now if you want some other information, like what you can go for is, there is something called as service discovery. Are you seeing service discovery here? Node exporter is currently having 3 targets. How many targets? So this node exporter is going to get the information, sir. For example, if you want me to show, copy the public IP address and port number of node exporter is 9100. Hit enter. Seeing node exporter here. Click on metrics. Are you getting all the metrics or not, sir? Metrics means your server information. What is metrics here? Your CPU utilization, memory utilization, like log files and boot system things. All of these are going to come under the metrics. Metrics is going to collect by which tool here? Node exporter. Which tool? Node exporter. Theoretical part was vast, other was okay. Yeah. If you don't want theoretical, directly practical is good. But without theoretical, you cannot go for practical, right? Prometheus is it in Kubernetes only? No. You can also use some other platforms as well, but mainly is it for Kubernetes clusters. Okay, so this is the thing about Prometheus. So the next thing is here, I'm going to talk you about Grafana. What I'm going to talk you about? Sir, here Prometheus is to collect the information only and to run the queries and to store the data. But if you want to visualize the data, Prometheus will not provide the visualization. It is going to send the data only. For that reason, we are going to use one more open source tool called Grafana. What is the name of the tool? So Grafana is a tool which we are going to integrate with Prometheus. Whatever the data you are seeing on Prometheus, Grafana is going to convert into dashboards. Grafana is going to convert into. So Prometheus and Grafana. Grafana is an open source data visualization and monitoring platform that allow you to create the dashboard to visualize your data and metrics. Which tool is giving the metrics? Prometheus. But it is not showing the visualization. But which tool is going to show the visualization now? Grafana. It's a popular choice for visualizing the time series data, and it can be integrated with a range of data sources, including Prometheus, Elasticsearch, InfluxDB. Like all this comes under monitoring only. User-friendly interface that allow you to create and customize the dashboard, panels, display your data in variant of formats, including graph, gauges, and tables. That means this point is telling that if you want to create a dashboard, you can create. If you don't want dashboard, you want to see the data on table format, Prometheus will show you the table format. Sir, if I want to see my data on graph format, Prometheus and Grafana together show you the graph format of data. That means in dashboard also you can have the table format, graph format, visualization format, and even structured format. That is called as gauge format actually. Whichever format you want, take that format. Next. Here you can also use Grafana to set up alerts and trigger the notification. That means it is telling that if you want to use Grafana, you can use Grafana. What is the main purpose of using Grafana? To visualize. But apart from visualization, it can send the notification also. Of course, even Prometheus will do the same thing. Grafana also going to do the same thing. Grafana has a rich ecosystem of plugins. Plugin means, guys, don't believe me, Grafana is going to integrate lot of plugins. You don't believe there is a thing called Grafana Labs. I'll show you. In Grafana Labs, if you go, already there are predefined dashboards. Directly, you can give the code. With the help of the code, you can import the dashboard. Basically, in real time, what is going to happen, we need to create our dashboard, sir. So creating the dashboard is not that much of easy. What Grafana Lab is going to offer, already if you create the dashboard, you means not that the Grafana people is going to create the dashboard. They are going to give code for every dashboard. If we use that code now, directly we can import the Grafana dashboard here. That means we need not to create any dashboard. If I give code, we can import the dashboard. Next, here I'll say it is going to integrate with Slack, PagerDuty, and even for alerts manager like emails and everything to send the notifications. Next, why Prometheus and Grafana? Like already we've seen. So installation also I have shown you. Then where? Installation done. Okay. So now here I'm going to tell you how to access the Grafana dashboard. Already we done installation, right? So no need to do it one more time. Copy the same IP address, but what is the port number for Grafana? 9,000, 3,000. You will get the Grafana dashboard. By default, username is going to be admin only. Give me 1 second. Drink some water. Username is password is also default credentials. But now here you need to give your new password. Don't save. So it is a dashboard for Grafana. Sorry, you said Grafana is very attractive dashboard. Is it attractive? But now we are going to make it attractive. Tell me one thing. Prometheus will give you the information. Grafana is going to visualize. So now we are going to integrate both of them. How to integrate means the process is very easy. Click on add data sources. What is my data source now currently? That means I want to get data from Prometheus only. So give the public IP address of your Prometheus, like URL. So give here :9090. That's it, sir. Now what you are going to do is just click on save and test. Successfully saved or not, sir? Now what you are going to do is go here and click on explore data. The moment if you click on explore data, here you can get all the queries. What you can get? Queries. For example, here I am gonna select the metrics. For example, what I'm gonna go here is, let's take the CPU information or disk information. See, total CPU seconds total. So if you click on this one, click on CPU and select value 0. The moment if you click on run query, are you getting the queries or not, sir? Getting the queries or not? That means total CPU nanoseconds, like how many times my CPU is having the 0 nanoseconds of time. It is going to get it. So if you go and see, this is all the data exploration. That means, see, what I am searching for here, node CPU second total. I am filtering the CPU information only. How many seconds I want? 1 second. 0. But if I want to give 1, hit enter. Click on run query. For 1 second, there is no data. But for 0 seconds, are we having data or not, sir? Like that. Or for example, if you want to check like this, metrics exporter, wait. I'll tell you like how to create the dashboard. Basically, running the queries is not a attractive thing. We can do this on Prometheus also. But in Grafana, I want to show you the dashboard, right? Click on here. Are you seeing dashboards? Click on new. Are you seeing import dashboard, sir? For example, I want to see the CPU memory consumption of my server. There is a code actually. The code is 1860. What is the code? The moment if you click on load, the moment if you click on import, directly you can see the dashboard. And Prometheus, I need to select here, import. There you go. It's in the dashboard now. What is the CPU consumption now? How much of RAM I used here? How much of root file system I have used, sir? Total number of CPUs I have is 1 CPU. How much of uptime? Uptime means from how many times the server is running. What is the EBS volume for me? How much of RAM I am consuming now? Complete data I am gonna see on visualizing format or not, sir? Correct or not? So this is the reason why we are using Prometheus actually. Whatever data you want, you can see. For example, if I create an application, if all of you are trying to access the application is going to get load or not, sir? Can you check the load information? Open your mobiles, all of you. I'm going to create one basic application here. Yum install httpd-y and end systemctl start httpd. You know how to create your own index.htmls, right? So ikkada, like, so here, sorry, W3 schools. So I'll create one basic application actually, and I'm gonna show you like how the load is going to increase lively. Previously I used htop command, right, to show you the load information. That is on server only, but now this time I'm gonna show you on dashboard. So the path is cd var www html vim index.html. Hey man. Yeah, copy this one, try it yourself. So here I'm writing DevOps Kubernetes. So copy this content and paste it on your server. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you like accessing the application. So just copy the public IP address of your server. before I use this one, sir, currently, what is my CPU information? Like how much of my CPU is consuming now? What is the load? 4.7. Remember all of these parameters. The moment if I use this one, I'll get my application, correct or not? What I'm going to do is, first of all, copy this IP address, all of you. Why? Because if you access all of the application, like all of you, if you try to access the application, you are going to get the load at the same time. I'll tell to hit enter, then only try to hit enter, sir. Online for you to, I'm giving the IP address. Please don't access now. Okay. I'm going to tell you access now, so then only try to access. HTTP is not required. Just type public IP address. Don't hit enter, guys. Okay. All of you, open. Why? Because if all of you open only, then only I'm going to get some load, sir. Otherwise, my load is not going to get. 13.233.196.125. Have you typed it one? Okay, I'll tell to hit enter now, then only try to hit enter. So, go to here. So now hit enter, sir. All of it a single time. Now the moment if I click on Grafana, wait, it's taking some time. It's reloading. How much of CPU is there? Sir, the load increased or not, sir? Of course, here you are only small application we are accessing. For that purpose, the load is always going to be increased. If you want me to maximize, click on this one. If you click on view, you can get it maximization. Correct or not? Initially, it was 0.8 only, but all of you are trying to access the application. Is the load increasing or not, sir? If you want me to show it one more time, basically, there is an option like this. 1 second. So now what I'm gonna tell you is, for example, if you go and check now, sir, there is a command called stress actually. If you install the command stress, you are going to get the load now. Wait. The command I'm gonna use is stress command. Yum install. I think the package name is different, I think so, but let me check. Not this one. Yeah, wait. Basically, it is a command. Just install the EPEL package. From the EPEL package, you need to install the stress command actually. So now if you give stress, and here I need to give like this. So how much of time I want to make it as stress? This type stress is equal to timeout. I'm making it as 30 seconds. How many seconds? Oh, wait. Stress hyphen CPU. I have only one CPU. Hyphen IO. 1 bytes. 28 MB. So now if you go and see now, sir, for next 30 seconds, my load is going to increase significantly. Basically, I have the 1.8 CPU, but how much I'm having now? It's almost exceeded my limit or not? Why it is limited means basically whenever user try to access the application, it is going to show like this. But there are no users, right? What I have done is I give the command stress. Stress command is nothing but whenever you want to put some load on your server. So in that case, we are going to use the command called stress. Which command? Sorry, if you see my memory consumption is increasing or not. My CPU is increasing, even my system load is increasing, as well as even my system performance and RAM also. If I click on refresh now, 30 seconds is done, right? It is going to cool down now. Came back to normal stage. Previously it was how much? 100, but now it is. Then again, if you try to run this one more time, again you are going to get the stress increase. Click on refresh. Stress increasing or not, sir? System load also increasing, and even RAM consumption also. Everything is going to increase. Okay. So in real time, like this, we are going to monitor the dashboards of what? Servers. Whatever server you want, you can monitor any server. You can monitor servers, you can monitor applications, and even you can monitor service also. For example, if so and so service is down, you can get the alert message like that. Is the concept clear what we have discussed now? Don't worry about the setups and all. Just understand how the monitoring is going to happen on real time. And like, I'll tell you one more thing. As a DevOps engineer in real time, basically you are not going to monitor much. Why? Because there is a role called support engineer. You know this one? Support engineers are going to monitor the servers actually, not we. Your main work is to deploy, automate, and creating infrastructure. Support works also you are going to do, but that is not your main responsibility. We have some separate team called support engineer. When a server is crashed or a service is not working, they will get the mail and they are going to troubleshoot there. Okay. But as a DevOps engineer, as an end-to-end life cycle, we need to know about all of these factors. Is it clear for you now? Like that. If you want me to show one more dashboard, there is some one more dashboard we can see. So if you want to save the dashboard, are you seeing this one, sir? Click on save dashboard. I am talking about my Linux server name. Now this dashboard is going to save, sir. Whenever in future, if I want to use the dashboard, directly I can come to home. Click on these dashboards. Go for the dashboards here. In dashboard, go to general. Are you seeing my Linux dashboard here? Like this directly I can use. And here I want to create one more dashboard. Click on new folder. Sorry, not new folder. Click on again import. The moment if you click on import, I want to give the one more dashboard. Basically, if you don't know the dashboard codes, there is a website called Grafana Labs. If I show you, Grafana Labs. Directly here you can go and you can click on dashboard. For each and every dashboard, you have the codes there. For example, like 1 second. If you want to monitor your elastic load balancer, are you seeing this one? Seeing this one. If you click on this, here you can get some code. Are you getting the code, sir? Copy it to clipboard. Code is 650. What it is? Directly you can use this dashboard. And this dashboard is going to show the load balancer matrix. How the load is going to be balanced. Like that, for example, here I'll show you one more dashboard. 1 second. Visualize your MongoDB data. No, influx not. So in Kubernetes, we do deployment, right? If you want to do deployment, you can use this one. What is the dashboard here? 8588. Copy this dashboard ID. The moment if you click on this one, click on load. Oh, sorry, not here. Click on load. Kubernetes deployment stateful set metrics. Basically, here we don't have Kubernetes, sir. If you install your Kubernetes, it is going to work. But I'll just show you like how it is going to work. Click on import. Are you seeing the dashboard? Basically, here you can see the deployment memory consumption, deploy and CPU usage. But why it is not showing means we haven't done any deployment till now. But if you do any kind of deployment, it is going to show like this. Here, I'm just showing how to get the dashboards. Basically, we are never going to create the dashboard. We are going to use the existing dashboards. For example, sir, if you want to monitor your services, go to your all dashboards here. Just type here services. Oh, not this one. Come here, click for Linux. Just type Linux server services. Dashboard for Linux are already done. So just take this one, Linux system overview. Click on this one. What is the dashboard ID here? 2381. So if you give this on dashboards, I don't want this. So click on discard, new, import, give the ID. The moment if you click on load, give data source as Prometheus. Prometheus is this one. So click on save and test. And now go here. What is the ID here? I have copied. Linux system 2381. 2381. Click on load. Folders general only. Fine. Import. So basically for this we need to have the InfluxDB, but basically we don't have InfluxDB now. So let's go for one more dashboard. Why? Because guys, here if you want to use any dashboard, we need to download the plugins. Otherwise we cannot able to use it. Let me use one more dashboard for you. Search Linux here. Alerts, Linux system overview done. Copy this one. Server operating system host metrics. ID is here what? 555. So again go to dashboard, click on new. Here we need to click on import. Give the ID, load. Again for this we need to have InfluxDB. Guys, here remember whatever the things we are using, right? For some metrics, we need to download the third-party plugins actually. You know InfluxDB? So these kind of things we need to download actually. So all of these are going to work with InfluxDB only. What we can. Yeah, definitely. If you want to set up, so what you can do is, let me tell you. Go for Prometheus dashboard and Grafana. Are you seeing alerting here? We need to create some alerting rules. So for alert rule, here we need to give the data source. So by default, we'll give Prometheus only. So here what I'm going to do is click on new alert rule. For example, rule name is memory. Here I'm giving. What I'm giving? So for example, if your memory information, so just type mem. CP like whatever if you want, you can see anything. For that, we need to have the mail, Outlook mail. Again, we need to set up PagerDuty now. That is going to be very big integration actually. So if like that we can do, but it is going to take a lot of time. Why? Because you need to set up the PagerDuty and we need to have the like separate setup for the server and everything is going to take some time. But here if you want to set up, like I'm just giving an overview. Like for example, if I want to get the node CP total seconds, here what I'm going to do is you can run a query here and click on here. There is something called as URL. I'll tell you. Just scroll down. Are you seeing the URL here? Web page where you can keep your runbook file. So here we need to give the URL and finally here we need to give your emails actually. Like let me show you. There is a path of email actually. Configuration. It's custom annotation. Like if you want to get some any custom annotation, you can give it and if you click on save. Now your rule is going to save. Whenever if there is any alert, for example, your CPU consumption increased or if your memory consumption is increased, that is directly going to send you an alert mail. And if you go to see here, are you seeing contact points here? Here you can add contact point. For example, in my company, if CPU is not working properly for servers, I'm going to put Raham. That means this issue need to be handled by the user Raham only. Okay. You can click on email and you can give your email and you can click on save contact point. So here, for example, I'm giving abc@gmail.com. So here, first of all, we need to test it. Test means that you are going to get one email for it. Okay. Whenever I give my email, so it is going to get it. The reason why I'm not showing is here, you need to have SMTP. Simple Mail Transfer Control Protocol we need to enable. Without that protocol, you cannot send the alerts, sir. If you want me to show. Are you seeing this one? Failure to send an test alert. Why? Because SMTP not configured in Grafana. I already said, right? Your Gmails are not going to directly work. You need to transfer SMTP. SMTP means Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. If you have that particular protocol, then only you are going to get alerts. If you don't have that one, we are not going to get the alerts. So contact person means, for example, if so and so issue is happened, I can mention this particular Raham only need to get the mail and he is going to troubleshoot that issue. For example, sir, I want to send an alert for all of the group. Here are you seeing group here? So here what you can do is you can create a group on your own and you can send all of the alert message to the group as well. For example, if you ask me, in our organization, support people is going to get the mail. For example, a person A is there. If server is not working properly, first of all, the email is going to trigger for that support person. Parallelly, the email is going to trigger for DevOps team also. Why? Because we need to know what happened with that server. But again, who is going to do the troubleshooting for it? Contact point only. Guys, remember, monitoring is not our major work. Your major work is to deployment, automating, maintaining the infrastructure. Who is going to do the monitoring here? Support engineers. Like if you can ask, like your friends or might be your colleagues is working on support field, you can ask them what kind of works you are going to do. What is the thing they will tell you? No, monitoring. That is the main work of support engineers. But again, this Prometheus Grafana node exploiter is going to be very, very confused. I know. Why? Because this is not easiest tool. Till now, whatever the DevOps class we have learned, right? It is the confused class, right? But it is going to be informative as well. Why? Because in real time, they are asking about Prometheus Grafana only. Nagios also I can teach, sir. Why? Because Nagios is more easy to teach. But if I teach Nagios for you, you cannot get the updated tools, right? Are you going to get any update of tools here? Currently, every company is preferring the Prometheus Grafana node exporter only. Why? Because companies are migrating from old tools to new tool. That's the reason I have shown you this Prometheus Grafana. Clear now? So already you have the setup on your all setups. What is the name of the script? PGN. That's for Amazon Linux. But if you want to set up on Ubuntu, I write one more, like I wrote one more script here. If you go and check now, here you can see like this. Are you seeing here what we call? Wait. Grafana.sh. It is for Ubuntu. And if you scroll, are you seeing node exporter.sh here? It's for node exporter for Ubuntu. And Prometheus.sh. It is also for Ubuntu. For Amazon Linux, use the script called PGN. For others, we need to use the script called what we need to use? Grafana. So this is about the Prometheus and Grafana. So don't worry about the practical part. Just learn what is Prometheus. Why we need to use Prometheus? What are the components of Prometheus? What is Grafana? What are the dashboards? What is Grafana Labs? Why we need to use Grafana Labs? What are the port numbers? What is node exporter? This stuff is enough for you. Clear now? So that's it. Now, if you are having any doubts or any queries over today's session, you can ask me. Basically, I know none of you are going to ask nothing. Why? Because there is nothing to understand right here. But in practice, you will get. That is the reason, like the reason why I don't teach advanced tools is, if I teach advanced tools, I will get confused. If you get confused, what you will think? Ram sir is not teaching well. Correct? Guys, nobody in the DevOps course, we'll teach Prometheus and Grafana. You can go to 100 institutes. Nobody will going to teach you. In Amirpet, have you explored to other institutes anywhere? Just whenever you are getting some free time, just go to some other institutes and compare what they are teaching and what we are teaching and how much they are charging and how much we are charging. What are the flexible free rate mostly? Just go and visit some other institutes and like compare. Okay, you can get like what you are learning here and how much of depth the subject is for this. So now is it enough for today or can we proceed for any other topic? Huh? No new topics, huh? Repeat the same thing. That means you want me to repeat the entire class for next 1.5 hours.